Kai grins from ear to ear as he begins to apply pressure to Sam's scalp. She can begin to feel the cap coming loose. The adhesive is starting to pull away from her skin.
I guess this is it. This is the cost of... damn it. of doing what needed to be done.
Sam says, a silent prayer to herself as she awaits the incoming humiliation. Sam feels the pressure from her scalp and body removed. She slowly opens her eyes. Sam touches her scalp, still feeling her wig attached and her hair largely intact. She looks up to where Kai was towering over her just a minute ago. However, he is not there. Instead, Kai is lying face flat on the ground, blood dripping from out under his nose. She slowly looks to her right to see Randy standing there, his arm extended. Sam lets out a shocked gasp as several students walk around the table from a distance to see what had happened. Kai slowly rises to his feet. Ah! Randy steps forward again, launching his fist right into Kai's mouth. He sends him flying into the next table, where he makes impact with the bench and rolls off onto the ground. The crowd lets out another sudden gasp. Sam turns to Sayori and Victor, who are looking just as surprised as she is. She then turns back to the action. Randy slowly walks up to Kai as he stands back up.
Have you lost your fucking mind?
Me? Have you?
Randy's voice thunders throughout the patio.
What are you thinking? You're trying to rip the hair off a girl who has cancer? True or not, whatever the fuck she has, you don't fucking do that to people, not even to a girl no less. I'm done listening to you. You've gone too far.
Ah!
Kai painfully groans as he cracks his back.
And you've gone soft. You've forgotten what I've told you.
Kai forces out his words as he wipes the blood coming his nose and mouth.
We do messy and unfortunate things because they need to be done.
Bullying a sick girl needs to be done. What's wrong with you? Ever since Harrington kicked your ass, you've lost your mind. I can't do this anymore, Kai. I can't go along with this.
So that's where you draw the line, huh? Where you've suddenly decided you have principles.
No, I've always had them. I just believed in what you said we were doing. Some of the assholes in that crowd right behind us, yeah, some of them need a good ass kicking. But her, just because she's trying to go on some dumb quest to prove that Michael's innocent, that she can't prove, makes you think that she needs to be destroyed? Or you fucked up because you talked to Charlotte? Or after you fucked up because you talked to Charlotte?
What are you?
You know what? Fuck this. It was Kai who ordered those pictures of Charlotte to be taken, not Michael. He was the fall guy. The real person who took those photos was Valerie Ratcliffe.
The crowd gaps, hoots and hollers at Randy's revelations.
Kai used Michael to destroy the anime club. I know this to be true because I helped him. I helped Kai destroy the anime club so he could make Shiro Robilard's life miserable. Because he hates his guts for God knows what reason. And so when Charlotte Webb decided to look into why Michael left, Kai ordered her to be silenced. Hence Picturegate. Now he wants to destroy that girl because he's unnerved that she cost him his fight with Michael. That's the real reason, isn't it, Kai?
Kai's face is turned redder than his hair as he attempts to hold in his rage.
Say it, right now, in front of everyone here! You don't believe in your own equality bullshit? That's just a front so you can make everyone miserable and depressed like you! You've lost! I quit! And now it looks like even Victor's abandoned you, huh? You know you fucked up badly if you make that asshole quit!
Kai looks over to where Victor was standing next to Sayori a minute ago. Sayori herself turns to her right, but finds no one standing next to her. She then runs over to Sam and grabs her, pulling her away from the commotion.
Say it, Kai Connolly! Say what a worthless, pathetic fucking loser you are! Prove that Robillard was right about you all along!
Kai's eyes icily stares at Randy before he turns back to face the crowd, all who shoot him looks of scorn and confusion. Kai shuts his eyes.
Yes! I did it! I did everything! I ordered Picturegate! I ordered the poem scandal! I did everything that's happened, and Valerie Ratcliffe helped me! I did it all because you're all so fucking smug and care only for yourselves! You think you can walk through life without a care in the world and treat me as less than a gum on your shoes? Well, I fought back. I ruined people the same way they hurt me, only 10 times worse. They all had it coming, and I regret next to nothing. And the one thing I can't stand the most is traitors.
Kai says as he spins around and grabs a metal tray. He swings it at Randy's face, connecting hard with his cheek as he goes down. Kai drops the tray and makes a dash for the entrance. Chester steps into Kai's path in an attempt to intercept him. Kai swiftly swipes him aside with a strike from the back of his fist. He tumbles into a crowd of students who manage to catch him before he hits the ground. Randy slowly gets up, rubbing his cheek.
Kai!
Randy shouts as he sprints after Kai. Sam and Sayori stand shell-shocked as Natsuki and Shiro run up to them.
What the actual fuck just happened?
He flipped.
Sam says with an astonished yet grateful look on her face.
He flipped his lid, that's for damn sure. What are we gonna do?
We need to stop Kai from escaping. Listen, Sayori and I will find Jeremy or a teacher or someone and tell them what happened. Just stop Kai. If he escapes, he'll avoid punishment. Come on, let's go!
Sayori says as she helps Sam along.
Call the others, let's go.
Natsuki begins quickly dialing her phone as she and Shiro chase after Randy. Kai slides into the adjacent wing of the hallway as he avoids a backpack thrown by Randy. Randy then charges Kai, raising his fist to strike, but Kai is ready for him. Kai spins around, catching Randy's fist as he manages to redirect his weight against him and slams Randy into a locker. Randy grunts in pain. Kai then takes a swing at Randy's face, his fist connecting hard with Randy's jaw. Kai readies another punch, but Randy is faster and delivers a strong gut punch to Kai, making him stagger back into the middle of the hallway. Students are screaming and running for cover as they try to get out of the way of the fight. Kai wheezes.
Come on, is that all you got? Do they just let anyone onto the football team these days?
Randy charges Kai, attempting to tackle him. Kai, however, manages to sidestep him, just in the nick of time, and kicks the back of Randy's leg hard, making him buckle to the ground. Kai then delivers another kick to Randy's face, knocking him over. Kai pants heavily, letting out a series of coughs as a few students get closer with their phones in hand. Kai then swipes at the students, making them drop their phones as they dodge his strike. Kai then turns to proceed down the hallway, but stops in his tracks when he sees Shiro and Natsuki cut him off. Kai growls as he turns back around to see Randy rise back up.
You got nowhere to run this time, Connolly. It's over. Give up and we won't have to keep kicking your ass.
Kai growls at Natsuki as he prepares to charge them. Kai then begins sprinting towards them. As Shiro and Natsuki brace themselves for a collision with Kai, they see Randy hot on his trail. Shiro pauses for a second.
Wait, so you got it.
Just as he figured out too little too late, Kai suddenly throws himself into a locker, making Randy accidentally collide with Shiro and Natsuki instead. Kai hops over the pile as he runs up the stairwell. Randy slowly rises, clearly feeling the impact.
God, thanks for just standing there.
Oh, like you. Shut up! He went up the stairs, let's follow him.
Randy chases after Kai up the stairs as Shiro and Natsuki elect to take a different stairwell up. Shiro and Natsuki push open the doors to find the hallway entirely deserted. Shiro lets out a groan as Natsuki tries to peer down each side of the hallway.
Oh, great. Don't tell me we lost him. Just split up. We'll find him.
Natsuki nods as she and Shiro run in opposite directions. Shiro runs down the corridor and turns into a new wing, shortly stopping after he makes the turn. He begins to feel the exhaustion kick in, his legs throbbing as his heart pumps out of his chest. Shiro leans against a nearby locker.
Man, I'm really not cut out for this whole running thing.
Shiro then hears the faint sound of footsteps behind him. He turns his head back around to see who it is.
Kai.
Kai shakes his head, taking in a deep breath.
So you're fat and delirious. I shouldn't be surprised. Where's the rest of your little lynch mob?
Never mind about them. What were you doing? I thought you wanted to face everybody down and prove yourself as the self-righteous agent of justice. But here you are acting like a coward by trying to sneak out.
You're not in the least bit terrifying, Shiro. Don't gas yourself up even more. I know when and where to pick my battles. You're insane if you think I want to literally fight the whole school.
So you're all talk after all. Well, I shouldn't be surprised. You always did try to wuss your way out of trouble when your back was against the wall. I guess that's the one thing about you that's never changed.
Was this your plan all along, Shiro? Try to lure me into a one-on-one while half the school hunts me down? Is that what you're trying to do?
Kai, I didn't plan this.
Oh, no use in lying about it now. Just come clean. I just cleared your name after all. More or less.
Yeah, geez, thanks. That totally makes up for the last 5 years.
More than you ever could have.
Kai's shout echoes through the hallway. Shiro lets out a sigh.
Kai, what happened to you, man? Honestly, this isn't even your normal prickish self. You're like some asylum escapee. Did losing to Michael break you that bad?
Is that what you think this is all about?
Shiro lets out a laugh.
If there's something else that I'm not seeing, please tell me, because that's the only thing I can see right now. Please tell me that actually made you this way. Or what actually made you this way. I just want to understand. What the fuck happened that turned you into this monster?
Shiro pants as Kai collects his thoughts. Kai lets out an audible sigh.
I am what you all made me. I think I just reached my breaking point, to tell you the truth. For so long, all I just ever wanted was to be treated fairly, like a normal human being. But because I'm different, because of how I look, where I'm from, what I like, I was outcasted. Outcast is already past tense, and so are you. When we met in middle school, I just wanted a friend at that point. I went through elementary school being picked on relentlessly. When I met you, I finally thought I found someone who could maybe understand me.
Kai says as his voice quivers.
You and Charlotte both. But instead you spat on my face and turned me away and kept Charlotte at arm's length.
When did I do that? Name a specific time that I did that to you when we first met. Because I've been racking my brain for the last 5 years trying to figure out what I fucked up to make you hate me like this.
I don't remember specifically what led up to it, but I can still remember the moment I realized that you and I were forever going to be at odds. Aside from your general passive-aggressive attitude towards me for months on end, the straw that broke the camel's back was that damned nickname you gave me. Surely you can remember what it was.
Shiro racks his memory for anything that comes close to what Kai is talking about. He then comes across a few memories where he recalls Kai a specific name that made the whole class laugh, especially in front of Charlotte. It was always his best comedic material back in those days.
Was it Fire Crotch? That's what set you off?
Amongst other things, yes. Like I said, I felt that you were passive-aggressive towards me. I always felt that you constantly compared yourself to me and tried to put me down. You were always trying to correct me in class. You were always so insistent that you had the last word in whatever stupid argument we were having. You were always so pretentious, so arrogant, and it wasn't just around me in fairness. You always had to show off something for the class when I was around, no matter what. At first, I thought your teasing was all in good fun, and you were just trying to mess with me. Honestly, if it was just you saying those things to me, I might have been able to put up with it. But the rest of the class never liked me very much, since we were the smartest kid there, so they copied how you acted around me and started doing the same thing. And you did absolutely nothing about it. Way I remember it, you kept doing it, even if you never explicitly encouraged them to do so. Oh, sorry, explicitly. Eventually, I just reasoned that you hated me for some reason, that you had something against me. I just reasoned that you saw me as a rival and that you were just jealous of me. So I came to hate you too. And you never learned to change your ways. The name you gave me eventually worked its way out of everybody's vocabulary once they found other things to call me. But I'll never forget the indignation, the hurt that name brought me. So let me ask you, Shiro, what did I ever do to deserve that kind of treatment from you?
Well, that brings us back to the age-old argument. Who pissed off who first? Kai, look, for what it's worth, I didn't hate you at first. For what it is worth. I wasn't trying to hurt you or get some sort of rise out of you. I'll admit I definitely took some things too far, and had I known the nickname hurt you that badly, I would have stopped. But you just responded by calling me fat or whatever, and that just pissed me off too. Look, to be honest, back then, I was just trying to get to know you. You always had a chip on your shoulder, you brushed off most people, and I knew you didn't have many friends in those days. Whenever I tried to approach you, you waved me off like I wasn't even worth your time, even if it was for something actually important. A simple not interested would have been fine. But you waved me off like I was some servant or whatever. Look, aside from Charlotte, I didn't have many friends either. So after seeing how you interacted with everyone else, I kinda thought you were into the whole verbal roughhousing thing, so I gave it a try. I didn't know you were going to be hurt by all the things I said. But you always escalated it far beyond what it needed to be. I'd make some innocent joke, or a nonsense joke, and you'd act like I shot your dog or something. You'd call me something awful. How do you think I felt, huh? I get that we didn't click, and if you were upfront with me about that from the start, I like to believe I would have respected that. Front is 2 words. I guess it's too late now, though, right?
Yeah, you're probably right. You should know, how I was back then wasn't entirely your fault. I was especially thin-skinned and hypersensitive back in those days. I interpreted those slights against me, and so I just either seized until I started fighting back.
Man, we were a couple of morons back in middle school, weren't we?
Yeah, we kinda were. I shouldn't have taken what you said to heart, but down at Southside, I was taught to mean what you say. I mean, Hart can tell you all about it. Why do you think he carries himself the way that he does? Living in those neighborhoods gives you a different perspective on life.
Yeah, my life experience has been completely different than yours. But it still doesn't justify all the shit you've done to me and others over the years.
I just fought back. I fought back against the idiocy, arrogance, and stupidity that drove all our classmates to pick on me. I took things too far. Did things that I justified to myself for years as necessary and that I was just their karma. But what started out as fighting back against one person turned into 2 people, then 4, then 8, then 16. Eventually I just figured that it was me against the world. I thought I found people that were just like me, but I just ended up turning them against me too. Ha! I'm back to where I was in my first memory. All alone.
A heavy silence fills the hallway as they both depressingly stare down at the floor. I looked at this one too. It's also not a word. After a minute, Kai opts to continue speaking. Wait, no. Depressingly is a word, but it's not. Doesn't work in that context. I was thinking of defeatingly. That one's definitely.
I shouldn't have done that what I did back there to Sam. I submerged myself into this mindset for too long. I shouldn't have hurt Charlotte like that. Or Monica. Or you. Or everyone else. I've always just been pretty bad at maintaining relationships. Never really figured out why until now. But I'll be honest about something.
What's that?
When I had that crush on Charlotte, and you were playing keep away with me from her, I thought you just wanted her for yourself.
Charlotte and I didn't like each other like that. I've never had those thoughts towards her, and I'm pretty sure she sees me the same way. I never knew she harbored feelings for you like that.
It might have just been pity.
I don't think so. She really hated how she had to go through with everything. She still held out hope even at the end that maybe you can get the help you need.
And then I proved her wrong by turning her mentally comatose.